Hello everyone and welcome back to NAMM 2020. This is Dom Sigalas and I'm here at the Yamaha booth. It's pretty a massive band playing behind me. So today I'm really happy because I get to show you a little bit of the new effects that we can find inside the new update for the Yamaha Montage and the MODX. In this case, I'm going to be using the MODX and the operating system version 2, and we have quite a few different effects that you can use with this new operating system that were not there before. So it's always a good surprise to see a new operating system by Yamaha for the Montage and the MODX, because sometimes you get to see all those cool new effects appearing and you know, they just give you another world of possibilities right there. So to demonstrate the new effects, I'm going to play for you some performances that I've designed for this new update. The first one is called Mini Sub, and for this one, this performance uses the Mini Filter, the new Mini Filter. So I'll just give you a very quick example of how this sounds. Basically, what's the Mini Filter? The Mini Filter emulates a classic filter of the 70s. It's very creamy, it can scream if you want to. And this sound is called Mini Sub. So if you've installed the latest update, which is free for all users, you can immediately go and try all the things that I'm going to show you today. So with this one, it's a sub bass sound, right? And what I'm doing is I've taken advantage of this resonance of the Mini Filter to make this sub sound really substantial with lots of low end. So if you're listening on a small device, just wear headphones because I'm going to play some really sub lows right here. So here's how it sounds. So if I open the filter, that's how it sounds like. Okay, but when I go all the way down, I get a very, very pronounced fundamental right there, which wouldn't be there if I wasn't using the Mini Filter. Now, of course, it sounds great, and if I want to, I can automate the Mini Filter using the Super Knob and my motion sequencers. So this is like a side chain. So all these things, I wouldn't be able to do it without the motion sequencer. This is really, really powerful. Now, this same sound also uses another effect that we have, and it's brand new on the MODX operating system 2, and that's the wavefolder distortion. So here's what I've done here. If you're producing music, if you're producing any type of, modern music like hip-hop, R&B, pop, electronic music, you need a good sub-bass sound. So this is, a very nice, substantial sub-bass sound. But what happens with sub-basses is most producers, they layer them with something else so that they can make it cut through the mix. So I've done this on this sound using another instance of the same sound as a parallel channel using the wavefolder. And check out how it sounds. It really makes it like gritty, and you can hear the harmonics. So I'm controlling this with a mod wheel. Now this can give me the best of both worlds. This bass will cut through the mix, but I don't compromise my low end because, of course, distortion, sometimes it can really reduce your low end. I have both the sub bass from the Mini Filter and the nice saturated sound of the wavefolder. So it sounds really... This will cut through the mix. So the second thing that I want to show you, if we stick with the wavefolder of this new effect adds a very, very interesting distortion to your sounds. So it can sound really subtle, so you can enhance like drums, basses, pretty much any sound, like synth sounds, but you can completely obliterate a sound if you want to. So for example, I have this drum kit right here. And I'm going to start adding my wavefolder. So I'm going to go almost to the point before it breaks, right? So check out, how much punch you get out of this. So it makes this snare like tame, adds quite a lot of attack right there. When most distortions completely shave your transients and they make your drum sound lifeless, this actually enhances the transient and they make it more punchy. Without and with, okay? Now, if I go a little bit more, check how many different sounds I can get out of this. A little bit more. So I have many different. So I'm to the point where it almost starts to break. Adding a little bit of saturation, some harmonics. So this is the wave folder, really, really powerful effect. I mean, this, if you bought it as a pedal, it would cost a lot of money, you know, and this is now inside the MODX and the montage. Now, another thing I want to talk about today is the new extended LFO. And again, I'm going to play one of the sounds that I designed for the operating system version 2 for the MODX, so you can try it if you have installed the update. This is called the Polysynth. So what is the extended LFO? The extended LFO basically takes the LFO speeds that we had previously and extends them to very low speeds, so you can create even like, you know, oscillator drifts, or you can go extremely high and create some really interesting effects. So this sound, let me show you. There is no chorus in this sound, it's just two oscillators. But they drift because the LFO, the extended LFO, emulates. Hear that? The oscillator drift. Now, if I use my mod wheel to change the speed, I can go into the audio range. It's so fast. Now the same exact sound with the mini filter on top, okay? So here's how it sounds. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play with the resonance using the super knob, okay? So the resonance on the mini filter can do these things. So I can play with it like an instrument. And I can completely close it. So, two brand new effects on the operating system version 2 for the MODX, the mini filter, an emulation of a classic 70s analog filter, and the wave folder, a distortion that's really versatile, can really add a little bit of saturation and harmonics to your sound, or it can completely destroy and obliterate your synth sounds. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't installed version 2, download it. It's free for all users. Have fun and we'll see you on the next one, guys. Thanks so much.